Okay, guys, I decided I'm going to go ahead and change this steering wheel. I don't want to look at this big, bulky, ugly thing all the way to Dearborn and back. So I think that this one is going to look fine. I'm just going to accept the color of it and put it on there. So I'm going to show you how to do that because, like I said in the last video, I did have a friend of mine asking me how you do it. So there's really nothing to it. All you need is a socket and an old school steering wheel puller. This is mine. The package has been gone for years. And I got some matched bolts in there, but I'm pretty sure we'll get it done. So all you do is pull this centerpiece out. Just get a hold of it and pull it out. And this is your horn. Just unplug each one off of it. And you don't have to disconnect the battery. There's nothing going to happen here. Only thing, if these was to touch ground, you're going to honk the horn. Or if this one touched metal, it's going to honk the horn. That's all that's going to happen. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure this is a 15 millimeter. Yeah. 15 millimeter. Take the bolt loose. But don't take the bolt all the way out. Leave it in there. And then you've got these two holes here. I thought I had a flashlight. Let me make sure that you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Sorry. You got a hole on each side of the bolt, and we want to find a bolt to match those threads. You guys probably can't see them, but I can see they're look kind of fine thread. That one seemed to take it right away. I don't see the match to it. No. That one doesn't seem to. Let me zoom out on this a little. Here's an oddball one, maybe. Yeah, I guess sometime over the years I lost one and had to get a different one. So, okay, I'm going to put this back in the tripod because I'm definitely going to need both hands. And make sure you can see what I'm doing. All right. This is supposed to have a little swivel flat thing on it that's been broke off for years. It's gone. But here's what we want to do. You got to get this right centered on the bolt. Sometimes it's a nut on a stud, and the same thing, leave the nut on there so this doesn't slip off. Tighten these both down evenly. And I always keep a 1/2 inch wrench in that because, well, this one might not tighten down evenly because that's a different bolt. That's going a little better. I just couldn't do it with my fingers. Okay, that one's tightened down. that one's tightened down. Now we're going to spin up on this. And I've beat on this with a hammer so many times to get one to punch off that the boxed in wrench won't go over it. So we're going to have to put the open end on it. And then just turn this. And it popped off already. Come on. So the old one's off. I'm going to go ahead and pop this off too, just to have it out of the way. Okay, I just got this. It says tune-up dielectric grease. It's for like electrical stuff. I'm going to put a dab on each one of those contacts here. Then I'm going to smear it right in here. I'm going to put it all the way around it. Now, I want to make sure I get this all off my fingers before I touch the steering wheel. All right. And it only goes on here one way. You've got a marker up, right? This on the top right here, and you've got a marker right here in this one. So, you bastard. Pretty springy. Put the lid back on this grease. Now, I'm going to wash my hands. That still feels greasy. All right, let's try this again. Looks like I got some grease right there. All right, where's the bolt? All right. So does the horn still work on the new steering wheel? No, it doesn't. That's weird. Well, what's up with that? Now I'm confused because this came out of an 89. Is this plugged on right? It is. Let me get the other one and look at it. Well, guys, the other one looks the same. So I'm going to pull this back off and make sure something didn't happen to those contacts. I'll be right back. Okay, what I think is going on is it just a little bit dirty. I think after it's used and the wheel has spun on it a few times, it'll work. Because if I hold this, so you get it at a certain spot, it doesn't want to work. So I think once it's gone around it so many times and just cleaned the contact part, that it'll work. So let's try this again. I tilted the wheel down more too, so it's not tilted all the way up. Sorry, I don't know who's messaging me. See, that's what it is. It just needs used. It just needs to spin around a few times. So, I don't think my original one looks as good as the one I got off of eBay. So we're going to use it. No, this is the one I got from Doug. The one that was originally blue. So then they say it doesn't matter which one of these you plug this onto, because all you're doing is connecting that. That's weird though that that's not honking. No, it's not, because it's still not making connection. Let me turn the key on. So that's what it is. It needs to just get good and cleaned up, I think. The more the steering wheel is used, the better that's going to get. It's just set off way too much, way too long. So, what did I do with the ring I took off here? I always struggle with these, putting these things on forward or backwards too. There we go. Well, to me, it looks a lot better. I think it's going to be fine. All right, guys. This has a little bad spot right there in it, but to me, this steering wheel looks so much better than this whatever they did here, put this leather here over it. I just hated that. It matched pretty good, but you just can't beat an original like that. I'm much happier with that. So that's all there is to changing the steering wheel in your 80s town car or your Mark 6. Almost any steering wheel, to be quite honest with you. I guess I probably should have maybe took some emery cloth or some sandpaper and cleaned that up a little bit. But like I said, it'll get better. Actually, you know what? We got to go for a cruise and check. Or yeah, we got to see if the cruise buttons work. Let's get out on the road. All right, we're out on the highway. Try to get up to like 65 here. Gonna hit on and set Excel. Oh yes, took right off. My foot is not on the gas. So let's hit off. Yep, shut it off. Let's go back on. Set Excel. Okay, took back off. I'm gonna hit the brake and I'm gonna hit resume. Resume is working. Now coast. Yep, coast worked as well, and it took right back off, so it's all working. And I just met a cop. That's not cool. Horn's working. Yep, just had to get some of that crud off of there. It's all gonna be fine. All right, I thought I'd let you guys look at this from the outside, out here in the bright sun. And I think it's just fine, don't you? I mean, yeah, it's a little bit darker, but when all this other stuff is shaded like that, I mean, it almost looks like the same color as this. And I expect this part here to be a little bit lighter from the sun beating down on it. It's definitely darker on the bottom, so nobody's ever going to look in here and say, "Ah, hell, that steering wheel don't match." So I think we're in good shape. We'll have to focus on the door panels when we get back from Dearborn. So, oh, something I haven't told you guys either is I did locate and I purchased the last 2 known moonroof seals in existence. And there is a guy working on trying to get them produced, but the guy that was having it done still in Germany passed away. And somehow I got a hold of the last 2. So we still have to change that at some point. So hope this helps you figure out how to swap your steering wheel, Benji. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned. Hit that notification bell. Once again, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.